EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight, as off we go for the Sunday night opener. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready! Reload! Ready?
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready! 18, Pioneer! Warrior 70! Hut!
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's caught right side. It's London.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. A first down throw for Jackson. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Shut it! Hey! Check out!
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength, and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket. On the defensive side of the field, now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Go!
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Okay, break.
It is 3rd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come on. Mustang 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hut.
Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a second and 12. Back to throw, Jackson. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Go ahead.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He's going to run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
He'll air it out down the middle. That's caught. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. Now, Jackson. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Dreamerz Gibbs. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
60 Maverick. Ready?
They send the tight end in motion.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And his offense with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
A tough spot here. Third and long.
Hey, middle. Alpha.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Hook.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Slash. Here we go, set. Ready.
Handoff, running left. This is Cook. That one is snuffed out. Gonna lose yardage. Back to the 3. Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready. Trap 60. Check go.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. First and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Ready, sit hot.
Here's Jackson. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You. Sit hot.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And he's in. Dreamerz Gibbs. Touchdown, Ravens. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now, deep ball for London. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
For an offense that really hasn't had a lot of things go right up until this point, those are the plays that you just have to make. Those can be a spark for the rest of the game, and it's amazing how quickly things can turn. But instead, he overthrows his receiver, and it's all for nothing.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Here's 2nd and 2. That's quickly out to Williams. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Set it. Stop below 18. Hut, hut.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Let's go. Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Open man downfield. That's London. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now, deep ball for London. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball flew to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Jones motioning here. A first down throw for Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So we've reached halftime here on our initial Sunday night telecast of the season as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy. So if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Ready?
Mims sent in motion here.
Go!
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
Set! Riggs! 18, Pioneer! Warrior 70. 19, Lion! And up!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Here we go, set! Panther 11! Panther 11! Broncos. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now Decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Check, Panther. Check, check.
He'll try it now with Cook. He's going to have a Broncos, and he's going to have the Jets.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Tight, 19 tight.
Mims sent in motion here.
Hut, hut.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Go, Reed, go. Trap 60, trap 60. Hut.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos get their first point.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Yo, yo. Ready, shot. Sit up.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
180. Ready, shot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They motion a receiver right. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Set, go.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Tight end going in motion here.
Go.
They'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's James Cook. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
18 rattling.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Now, deep ball for London. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. And he is going to have the Broncos first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Throwing now from the gun. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
19 Lion. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, ready.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be third down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Yeah. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll motion the tight end right. And now they'll try to run the jet sweep. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out. They reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
In the beginning, this looked like this was going to be a return to really set up this offense with really good field position, and it went from go, go to oh no pretty quickly. And the number one rule of special teams, Mike, they preach it all week long. Don't be the reason we lose.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now, the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens moving to 3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's the
4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. 180. What is it? Sit hot.
Back to throw, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
What is it? Sit hot, hot. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Raven first down. Jackson looking to throw. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Alpha, sit on! Sit on!
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There he goes again.
While he was running away from the pocket, Mike, I was wondering, was he going to just throw that one away or try to make something out of nothing? Give him credit. He does a nice job picking up some positive yardage before he's forced to go out of bounds.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
180.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The PAT up and good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll send a tight end in motion.
Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Set up. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
Okay, ready? 60 Maverick, 60. Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Set up.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He's to the 10, and he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Set. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let go.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
180.
They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs.
Junior Gibbs off their end. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Shut up!
Once again, it's Gibbs. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Alrighty. Shut up!
Now give to Gibbs, running right. Gibbs with a 1st